Book review, this time Fireborne by Rosaria Munda. This is Dragon Riders and Dragons. Only in this case, the feudal Dragon Lord society was overthrown by a revolution and a communist society was established. Now, this is fantasy, so they don't use the word communist and they don't use the word socialist. However, when you're reading between the lines in how they've divided the society post-feudalism, it's very clear that it is communist. All of the children in the news, the revolution was 10 years before this book starts, and the two main characters are children at the time when the revolution happens, and they end up in the same orphanage together. So in the first part of the book, you get a lot of flashbacks to their lives when they were 9, 10 years old. Now they're 19 and 20 years old, and they were chosen to be dragon riders because in this world, the different countries use dragons to defend their land, their countries. So it's sort of like a dragon air force, if you will. So, and they're not the only ones that have them. Now, dragons do have to be bonded to their dragon rider, so that's part of the test that children would go through. They're presented to young dragons that are already hatched, and the young dragons decide. But before that even happens, in this society, each citizen is tested, and it's called a metals test. And then they are assigned a division. It's eerily similar to Red Rising with the color hierarchy among the society, with the reds being the lowest and the golds being the highest. Only in this case, she's using metals. So like the lowest are the iron and the highest are the gold. Now, and then there's a academic class right beneath the gold called silver, etc. They don't have quite as many divisions as the Red Rising series does, but they do have them. And every citizen is tested and then shoved into a metal color. So dragon riders are gold and silver because not only are they elite because they are able to bond with and ride dragons, but they also attend a war college, and that's where this book picks up, is in the final year of the war college for dragon riding, and there's a female main character and a main male character, and they are best friends, and they are also both orphans. Now, the society is communist, clearly communist. It's like written on the wall practically, where since it reminds me of Soviet Russia, where they would test small children and then send them into a vocational path, regardless of what they wanted or what they wished for or what they enjoyed. So you didn't get a choice in Soviet Russia. You were shoved into a path, and that's what you did. Same thing in this book. They don't get a choice. They're shoved into it. Now, the leader, who is called the First Protector, thinks he's doing the right thing, and he was actually part of the Gold Elite Dragon Rider Society as some kind of advisor to the triumvirate of the Dragon Lords. There were 3 Dragon Lords. And he actually betrayed them all and led a revolution and established this new government. Now, I will tell you, I like the story and I like the 2 main characters, but I hate this world. I don't want to live in this world. I don't want to be anywhere near this world. I don't care that there's dragons. I don't care that there's dragon riders. I don't want to live in this world because it's communist. Okay? The next thing is, the 2 main characters actually go through, there's several dramatic events that occur, and they end up going practically to war with another country, which is where any Dragon Lord family members escaped to before the revolution went full throttle. I guess they got word, or they had heard rumblings, or whatever, so they left or they escaped and they went to this new country. Well, now they've shown up and they want what's theirs. They want to take the country back. So I'm not for the feudalism and I'm not for the communism. Either way, I don't want to live here. But what's good is the 2 main characters start to question both the original governing structure of feudalism And also, they're starting to question the current society post-revolution. So because of that, I can't wait to read the next 2 books. There are 2 more in the series. It's a fascinating political discussion, I suppose, but in the guise of fantasy with dragon riders. It's not heavy reading either at all. It's a great story, and it's not nearly as violent as Fourth Wing. There is no spice. It's fade to black. It's pretty clean. There's no real goriness, except the way the author describes how the dragons burn their victims. That can be a little disturbing. But it's a tamer version of Fourth Wing, but it lends itself to more political discussion and political machinations between a feudal society and a communist society. And they use other terms for it, of course. Anyway, I do recommend it as a read. If you like dragons, you're going to like it. And look at that beautiful dragon on the cover. The cover is really detailed, and there's all kinds of things in there that if you have to look at it a bunch to see all the things. So I would say 4.5-star read for me. Really liked it. Can't wait to read the next 2. Signing off. Love you. Bye.